Set the stamina. Damn. Fuck it. Send it. What's today's date? I want to write everybody down on this. Everybody who supported me . So I need to write down everybody who supported this channel over the last 2 years now. This is a fucking hard list to write, so I need your help. If you're in my chat and you want your channel shared, let me know, especially if you've got a spanner. Okay, no particular order. Fuck it. This is a special list. So all the people that have been loyal to me, I'm going to just carry on writing the list. If you've got a spanner on my channel, can you put a thumbs up on my channel? Because I need to do this as well. There's a few people that have helped me, so I'm going to help them, right? Hello, mate. I've not seen you for a minute. How are you doing? Can't complain, mate. You know, things are good, bro. Can't complain, you know. Got you. OW3N. Okay. All the people that helped me. Yeah! I'm trying to put a list together. So, if you're a mod on my channel, can you let me know? Because me memory's shit. I'm trying to write down everybody who's helped me on the community so I can share that channel and move forward. Yeah. If you want your channel shared, let me know. And if I like it, I'll think about it. Shout out to Lee Marvin Hitchman, born in prison, don't turn a blind eye. Hashtag that shit. In fact, if you've not bought that book, Born in Prison, Lee Marvin Hitchman, 4,000 subs, bro, in 2 years. Shout out to Aztec Media. I'm expecting company. When my brother finishes uni, he's bringing over his uni mates to me as big brother. Arf! Arf! Motherfucker. No, you don't. No, don't dare do that to me. If you've got a spanner in my channel, let me know. I just want to write your name on a piece of paper. Whoa! Like that, right? Fire! Oh yeah. Finn, I need your help. Who's a mod on this channel? So, I need to write everybody's name on this who's a mod on my channel. Because I want to share a few people's channel. And Finn, there's a few new people on YouTube, right? And the more channels that grow with their help is good, right? Now, like I said, it's like people can put their name in my channel if you want to share the channel. They're more than welcome. But Finn, you need to get to your bleeding 1,000, bro. It's stressing me out. I don't know, bro. It kept freezing on me, so I had to keep restarting the fucking thing. You know, but yeah, I'm just like I said, all the mods that have been with me from the start. You know, like Pablo, yourself, Luke, Spencer, Chopper, Lee Marvin Hitchman, straight out fucking, you know, Jerry the Jinx, Jay Lucifer, Sean Wayne, Aztec Media, got Manos, Tim Leeds, Richard Dowland, John O, Emmett J, Rob Lee, BCT, HPO, and Flavors, Godfather Boxing, Lee Samolina, Louise, Christine Seg, So you're sure of that? You need 284. Mercy! Mercy should be. Been at the house for 2 hours to myself. Bro, in all fairness, it's not been a bad day. I went up to see Thomas this morning and I had fucking sausage and pancakes. And then I went and I hollered at one of my homeboys. Yeah, holler, through the letterbox. Mr. Ralph as well, and Ron. Fuck's sake. R-O-N. Mr. Ralph. Bro, it's just finding a place to stick you all. That's Ralph's 2010. Right. That's 2010. Bro, I'm trying to, like I said, there's a lot of people that have supported me over the years, and I've proved this before. My way works. And this time, I'm only backing people that fucking back me. It's like, Jay, I need you to do me a big favour. Jay Sprints from Dublin, bro, do not fucking tag me with shadow boxing and anything again. And I know Finn can speak for himself, but here, don't be tagging Finn in that prick's chat, yeah? I will fall out, and I don't want to fall out with you. I sent you a message like a man and told you, don't mention my name in the same bracket as that raper. Okay, and if he was living in Ballyer, he'd be turned into vapor, we'd smoke that cunt. Do you understand? And I never mention afraid of his own shadow. Do you understand? But I don't like being tagged and shit with him. But, we have Pablo, we have Finn, we've Luke, we've Spencer McDermott, Chopper, Lee Marvin Hitchman, Straight Jacket all the way in fucking Australia, Emma, Jerry the Jinx, Jay Lucifer, Sean Wayne, Aztec Media, Got Manners, Tim Leeds, Mousy, Richard Dowland, John O, Ron, Emma J, wait, and I've said someone twice, Rob Lee, Ralph, BCT, HPO, and Flavors, the Godfather of Boxing, Anne-Marie, Lena, Louise, Christine, Saoirse and Seg Williams. And the way I see things is, yeah, I know how to bring people together, right? And it's like, but at the minute, I'm going to be super busy because I'm taking on the biggest challenge in my life. You know, and it's been staring me in the face for the last few years. It's been screaming at me. And I didn't want to offend anybody up in Ballyfermot. So, rather than offend anybody, I reached out to real tough guys and I said, "Hello, tough guy. I'm writing a boot. Do you mind if I put you in it?" No. 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 That tree knows then. "Hello, Mr. Tough Guy. Listen, I'm making this book. Bro, I have to write this book. You know that, don't you? But you're going to be fucking in it, you cunt, because remember what you did to me." He's like, "Jude, mention me. Do you understand?" And I will. I'll do it subtly. You know, I have some friends that betrayed me when I was a kid. I have a friend who really betrayed me one day. Now, just for the day he betrayed me, right? And basically, he locked me in a he locked me in a room with a straitjacket on me and a psychotic fucking staff with one eye trying to ride me leg. Now, for those that have never been sectioned, when you are sectioned, your hands are like that. Look here, right here. And you go over there and there's a buckle securing your right arm to your left shoulder and your left shoulder to your right fucking... Okay, right, so basically, you're fucking tied up like this, look. Like that, right, in buckles. They buckled me. Said, "Here, you better buckle up." Do you know what they did? They got me like that, yeah, and fucked me in a room and then fucked this dog. I'm sitting there like that and the dog is riding me. I'm looking down and it's like, his pink thing is out. He's trying to ride me leg. Get me out of here. Bro, open the fucking door. He's riding me. They were crying, laughing. I'm screaming. You know, the same individual, many years later, they found a fucking cougar in his garden. It could have been worse, I suppose, allegedly. Fuck's sake. You know, for about 15 minutes, I was like, "Mommy! Help! Ah! It's fucking riding me. It's coming on me. Fucking runner. I've just fucking bought them. Help!" They're in stitches. I'm like, "Out! Get me out!" You know, I'm having a panic attack. The fucking dog's riding me leg, bro. Open the door, man. You know, they were crying, laughing. Harpo, his big brother, Eddie Douglas Kennett, they were breaking the bollocks laughing. I'm screaming, "Let me out! Bernie! You know, get me out of here!" Like, and they were in creased up. "Get me out of here! You know, I'm not joking, man. I was fucking terrified, I was, you know. Psychotic dog with one eye. Ride your leg. You know, and like I said, right, so guys, I'm going to tell you this is the truth, right? So, years ago, there was a guy in Ballyfermot, and he was a bad guy. The paper, the local papers said that he was a hitman and he had a nickname and his name was Dinny Boy, Desmond. And I'll be honest with you, picture the scene. We're all sitting on a street corner and we see this cunt coming up the road with this dog. He lets the dog off the lead. I see that dog running, mate. I'm on the wall. Nobody liked him. We did not like him. He wasn't a very likeable guy to the group of people I was with. We tried to get rid of him all the time, but he was a nasty piece of work, you know. And he was found face down, you know. The paper said that he killed people. you know. But he'd come up to the corner, let the dog go, yeah, Guinea Pig, that was his nickname, Guinea Pig. Dinny Boy though, we know him boy, but the media know him as Guinea Pig. Finn, you know, my granddad boxed the face off his dad. See, now Harpo, or his big brother Didi will tell you, my family grew up on Landon Road around his dad. Listen, my uncles used to punch the face off him. Tough guy in Ballyer, eh? Well, my uncles whooped your ass, so you're not that tough, eh? But people don't say that. You know, tough guy, and he was. He beat a lot of people up. My granddad laid him out in the county bar one night. What? My granddad was in the army and boxed for Ireland in the army. Well, not for Ireland, but in the army, he boxed for them. You know, and I have cousins that went on to box for the country. Glenn Stevens or the Commonwealth, whatever it is, you know, they were good boxers, like, you know, and they followed their on, like, and very good. Yeah, John Bosco, they trained in, 4 brothers. Glenn, Paul, Michael and James Stevens. Now, my cousin is a fucking animal, allegedly. That's what Mark, when Mark went to the funeral of my uncle, yeah, he come back and he said, bro, you see that fella? He's a fucking animal. I'm like, why, what happened? Nothing. I'm like, bro, what happened? Nothing. Well, Finn, I could talk about it, but like I said, I know his family. And I'll be honest with you, my best friend, he loved him. You know, and in all fairness, Finn, a lot of the lads didn't like him because he was unpredictable. Do you understand? Like, he'd fucking smack you in the face for no reason. And you can't let people like that do that. You know, he tried to do it with me, bro. I wasn't having it. You know, get that dog away from me, you smelly bastard. There's a smell of gypsy off you. The smell of campfire off him. Get rid of him. He's weird. You know, none of us liked him, but my best mate felt sorry for him. You know, he's like, Jude, he doesn't have mates. No shit. Why doesn't he have mates, mate? Fucking hell, isn't that obvious? And I always knew he'd go on to be a devious bastard. You know, he was there the night Keith Collins got stabbed and he did nothing. He did nothing except stand with the bastards that did with it. In fact, allegedly, he stood with the same people who stabbed my mate to death. Yeah, that's why we didn't like him. He's a snake bastard. And he got his head cut off. That's the best way to deal with a snake. Cut the cunt's head off. And Dublin Underworld doesn't forget. Listen, he was a very dangerous man, allegedly. Just like Marno Highland was a very dangerous man. And look what happened to them both. Rest in peace to Anthony Campbell, though. But Finn, he used to come up the corner, right? And bro, I'll be honest with you, we didn't like him. What we used to have to do, bro, was say we were going in. I'd go to my gaff. Right, so Finn, my house was on the corner, right? Well, here's the roundabout, here's my gaff, 93 the Avenue, yeah? The wall across the road, we used to pal around, right? And I'm not joking you, on a good night, there'd be about 80 of us. All the younger brothers of all the bigger boys, the Red Wall gang, do you understand? All their big brothers. I never had a big brother, but my mates did, right? And all the brothers were all the Red Wall. So we grew up around that. So when he used to come up, I had this mate, Michael White, right? And Uncle Anto, his mum was just at that passing, his gran, and his uncle had a house. So myself, Whitey, Pat McGuire, Bert, the 4 of us, me, Pat, Whitey and Bert, we go down to Anto's and play Don. And, you know, if we had a couple of pound between us, back then it was £1.80, right? And you got a tray with curry sauce, chips and egg fried rice, yeah? So it was like 360 for two. So whoever lost at dawn had to go to Chinese, where the Phoenix garage is, right? But Dinny boy, yeah, my mate Bert, he fucking loved him. He used to hound him. He'd knock on the door. Bert, come on into town with me and we'll go do this and do that. And Bert's like, yeah, bro, I'm not on your buzz. You're fucking nuts. Do you understand? I want a quiet life. I don't want to end up fucking dead or in jail, you know. And I used to be like, I'm going in, bro. I don't like him. Do you understand? I don't want to be anywhere near him. The smell of gypsy on him. I'm not joking. The smell of campfire on him. You know, it's like, I swear down, he had some weird. He used to scratch his arse and do that and all. You know, fucking weird, man. Like, he was just fucking hanging. That's just my opinion. I know he has family that love him, but as a human being, he was a shit cunt. You know, none of us liked him. You know, I don't even think Bert liked him. Bert felt sorry for him. I'm going around telling everybody that his daddy beat up everybody in Ballyfermot, but what he didn't tell you is my uncles beat his ass. And my granddad beat his ass, you know, and somebody ended up biting his ear off. Tough guy, right? I know someone that ate him. Tough guy. That's what they don't tell you. See, my family was raised in Ballier. Four of my uncles were Bowsies. And then they turned to men, you know, and I look, I go off what my family tell me, you know. But like I said, like, there was loads of Bowsies, loads of tough guys up there, you know, that didn't give a fuck, didn't do drugs, I just said. Finn, in all fairness, right, I'd imagine so, but Finn, he was a fucking scary guy. Do you understand? Like, what time are we on? I have to ring my son in an hour. So, Finn, this cunt was scary. On a 1 to 10 scary, 10. And allegedly, you know what he did. You see what the papers wrote. I don't need to tell you what he did. He lured one brother and told him, here, do you want to clear your bill? Ring your brother and tell him to come over and I'll squash your bill. Imagine that, bro. He watched his own brother be shot, allegedly. You know, and bro, things happen, yeah. You know, when I walked away from it, it's like the violence that come after it. You know, some of the kids I grew up with turned into be some of the vicious psychopaths you'd ever meet. You know, and I learned a lot from them, bro. You know, and that's what's kept me alive. Except for I walked away for good. And I'm one of the only lads, myself and Gibbo, that can go back to Ballier and know this. 3 assassins come to kill Gibbo. You know, in Ballyfermot, 3 of them. And he survived it. Imagine 3 people coming to your ma's fucking door when she's got the deep fat fryer on with chips and fucking battered sausage. Yeah. Will you fucking answer the door? I'm watching football, man. I'm in the kitchen cooking your fucking dinner. You ginger cunt. Now will you answer the fucking door? 1 sec. About 5 minutes later. Will you answer the fucking door? You know, poor fucking, you know, poor Kay. You know, a fucking masked gunman allegedly knocked at the door. Who is it? Bang! You know, on his arse. He was so good, and I hit him in his arse, yeah? And he's got a vagina on his arse cheek. He's got a dent like a grinder. Like, when you're hit with a 12 gauge side on, it took a bit of his arsenal away. And about that deep. I'm not joking you want to see it. I was like, bro, you've got a vagina on your back, can I hump you? Can I poke it? No, you fucking can't. I was like, let's have a feel, go on. It's like, bro, fuck off, yeah? You know, let me turn the light on. But through the fire, I'll be running. But I've spoke to Gib about it, you know, and we've laughed about it, Finn, you know. Was he the guy shot? I can't say too much, but he was shot on 3 different occasions, you know. Like I know once was at his ma's. His poor ma could have had a fucking heart attack, Finn. And this is the thing we don't realise when we mess about in grown up shit. And someone comes to your fucking ma's door, like, Finn, you know something? I have friends who owed people money. And the person that owed them the money didn't pay. So a car pulled up outside his ma's door. A load of shots were let off through the door, and his nephew got shot in the back. And is paraplegic now. Can't walk, can't run, can't feel no sensation above his shoulders, under. Do you understand? Innocent kid, never did nothing on anybody. Long story short, you owe someone money, your nephew's in the fucking hall, and somebody comes and shoots through the door to scare you. And shoot your nephew in the back. Can you imagine the guilt? And here I was over £800 or something. You know, like it's allegedly. So I was told or something like that, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy, like all the young lads of the lads that I grew up with, all their younger brothers, they're super hungry, you know, for the life, and they know it too well, and it's sad to see. You know, it's like there's a few lads from Ballyer, I'll give it to them. They say to the next generation, listen, education is going to get you out of here, you know. And if you don't want to fucking follow education, well, then you're going to be nothing in life. Because you're always going to think you're right. You're always going to think, you know, you think you're growing, and you're not. You know, I thought I had it all figured out, but I didn't. I was a fucking naive, angry child. You know, I don't know, I was angry, I think, because the fact I set a fucking fire in my house. So I was a fucking runaway train, you know what I mean? I couldn't forgive myself, so, you know, I didn't give a fuck whether I lived or died. You know, I had nothing to live for as far as I was concerned. And then my kids come into my life, so that saved me. Don't get me wrong, I tried to take my life even though I was a dad, but the way I see it now, there is no way on this earth I'd ever go for a hat trick. It's like I was very sick, I was, you know, very, very sick. And the way I see it is God give me a chance at redemption to make it up to me kids and to try to be a better person. But unless you repent, and that's the truth, if you're God-fearing as much, listen, I'm 51, okay, and when I was about 12, we used to get picked up off a street corner by a van, and it was Dublin Christian Mission, and they used to take us into this place. It was like a youth club, and basically they took us into this youth club, and we could play football, basketball, pool and all that downstairs, but we had an hour Bible class. And it's like, I got to learn things about God. I had to get up in front of everybody and fucking read a passage out of the Bible, because Billy had put it on you, and I wasn't the only one. Like a lot of the lads up there, you see, this youth club was like, it's called Dublin Christian Mission, and it's in the centre of town. It's on the opposite side of the quays where the corporation is, where at church, Christ Church there, and they used to take kids from Fatima, Rialto, Inchicore, Ballyfermot, Ballymun, you know, to this place. And we used to go on a Tuesday and a Thursday sometimes. And it's like, basically I learned about God and forgiveness and righteous path, and, you know, and I already had religion in my life because of my granny, you know. Me granny was a Bible basher, like she was just old school, me granny, Old Testament as well. You know, like she used to say Jesus is everywhere, you know, and one morning I was late for school, you know, and I was in the room and I couldn't find me fucking sock or something like that. I was like, fuck. And she heard me. She's like, did you take the Lord's name in vain? You know he can hear you from the bedroom. I was like, yeah, fucking hear me from the bedroom. He's in the fucking walls. What did you say? Nothing. I think me socks in the hall. Yeah, I know. You didn't fucking hear and have your breakfast. She just bollocked me for swearing. And then she's saying, get in fucking here. You know, it's like, you know, listen, God hears everything. I was like, I know, Granny. She says, you know, God sees everything. I know, Granny. And you know, God is everywhere. Do you reckon he's in me porridge? Don't be fucking smart. You know, I feel like he's fucking consuming me. You know, Jesus, it's fucking prison. You know, oh man, she fucking slapped the head on me. Listen, you little pipsqueak. I've dealt with 4 fucking boys, yeah, and I've raised your 4 uncles. And you know, if they have a fucking gimme cheek like you, come here, where's the fucking, I'm gonna throw an ashtray at you, you fuck. I'm like, hey, okay, I'm fucking ready, I'm going to school. Fuck. You know, get out. All right, I'm gone. Have a nice day, son. Come here, give me a kiss. It's a fucking safe, you know, but I love me granny, you know. You know, me granny told me, she said, Jewett, see, if you're an alcoholic like your granddad and your dad, you'll be a woman beater just like them. Unless you don't drink for me. Do for me. I want you to do 3 things for me. Can you do that? What's that, Nanny? Number 1, I want you to go to the army. Number 2, if you ever hit a woman and I'm dead, I'll haunt you. And basically number 3, don't forget 1 and 2. Well, bro, listen, I've had a lot of funny times, but I've had a lot of fucking serious times as well. I just try to be light-hearted about it, you know, because it could have destroyed me in the end, you know, like capsizing the boat. We need a bigger boat, no shit. Yeah, so, bro, look, I have a lot to live for. I have an amazing family. I have children. It's like, you know, and bro, see me, I'm a very loyal person, you know. Like if yeah, I'm just made of something, like, you know, like, just because allegedly you were fucking easier when you were younger, people think you don't have feelings and shit. You know, that's what fucks me off, like, you know, there's lads out over there what did a lot worse than I did, you know, and a lot of them have served a lot of years in jail and they've missed out on a lot with their kids, and, you know, it's good to see some of them, like, you know, changing their life and telling the youngsters, listen, education's the way forward, not looking at your mate that has a man bag and tomorrow he's got an iPhone and the week after he's got a sarong. And if you're one of them parents and you don't recognise the signs, your son is coming in with €400 bags, do you understand? It's like, and then iPhones and sarongs, and he feeds you a line. No, me mate give it to me, did he? Nice one. Very generous, your mate, isn't he? You know, hang on, so your mates give you an iPhone, a man bag, and a sarong. Come here, tell me where he lives. They're going back. What? Dad, you can't knock at his door. I'm not knocking at his door, I'm going to fuck something through his window. Fuck knocking at his door, what's that going to do? I want to get his attention. And I hope he runs out, because I'll fucking drop the prick. I'm here on my own, mate. Look at, I'm either a fucking idiot or I'm a fucking idiot. You know. Like I said, there's loads of rough areas all around the fucking place, you know, and it's like a lot of us grow up in these areas, you know. Let me put my earphones in, I'm going out to have a smoke. But like I said, it's like you grow up. It's like, you know, a lot of my mates can tell you, my old pals, you know, like you talks from the heart, and you know, and it is what it is, bro. You know, there's a lot of my pals that have ended their fucking life, you know, because they couldn't deal with it. You know, they couldn't deal with it. Like I tried to off myself twice, bro, and I didn't tell a fucking soul. Do you understand that I was doing it because I knew they'd stop me or try to talk me over, and it's like you have to find your own way through the fire. You know, but things change. Like, see, sometimes we give up hope, and that's the worst thing you can do because there's always hope until you're dead, mate. You know, oh, uh, the way I see it is, bro, you know, God gives us fucking opportunity. You know, sometimes it's like we exist rather than live, you know, and we get set in our ways and then shit happens and then things blow up. And, you know, like I said, your mental health can test you, bro. I know at the moment I'm in the biggest exam of my fucking life, mate. That's what I feel. It's like, you know, but I like the challenge, you know, and it's like I've even reached out to a few lads back on the same housing estate that I grew up with that the media called the fucking family allegedly. And I've had to ask a few of the lads, is it okay to write this fucking material? You know, I'm not gonna fucking hang any of my mates. You know, and that it's like it's all out there in the public domain. You know, it is what it is. It's like, you know, it doesn't matter what you think, it's what you can prove in court. Uh, no, it didn't, bro. But I fucking come close to it in Sheriff Street, you know, because some fucking bastard scared the bollocks out of me. I was afraid to leave the fucking house. That's how bad I was. I was thinking, this cunt, I'm gonna have to move. Because this fella put the frighteners on me, and there was only one way to get it back, and I didn't want to go down that road. But, you know, I fucking had to. It's like, because I'm not joking, this motherfucker put the fear of God into me to the point where I went, it was a fucking mess. Do you understand? I was shaking like a leaf, man. You know, it was like this guy put the frighteners on me. You know, it's like, it's not. You know, if you get robbed, like I was fucking like you come out of nowhere to come when I was taking my helmet off, and it's like it shook me to the point where I was like, I can't go out, I can't do this job, I can't. You know what I mean? This cunt robbed me like a, you know, it's like, and he fucking he put the fear of God into me in a way, you know, because I couldn't go back out that day and do the job. You know what I mean? And I was working fucking for myself, you know. Uh, it's like the bastard put the fear of God into me, you know. I was afraid to go out because I was thinking, what if this fella tries to rob me? What if that fella? So he give me a fucking self, what's it called? An insecure fucking complex, you know. I'm not joking. I was fucking terrified. I was like, yeah, I can't do this job. My man's just robbed me. Now everybody's gonna think he can rob me because everyone's gonna find out that he robbed me. Do you understand? So what the fuck do I do? But I had to go and get it back. You know, it's like even though I was fucking terrified, like I could have ended up poor, like he could have killing me in that guy. You know, but it's like I had to prove something to myself. You know, that fucking ego, man. You know what? You think because I'm here on my own that I won't fucking do it? You know, and I did. I didn't go on my own, kind of. You know, but I knew I was alright if there was two of them. Because as soon as I heard that door click, mate, it got booted. And that made it easy for me. Because my man, I just stepped over him. I stepped on his fucking head on the way. You know, I didn't rob the guy. The guy fucking robbed me and stole away something. And 6 years earlier, I learned how to sell drugs at 15, allegedly. Uh, and because of that fucking world, you know, I knew. But what you don't realise is you put your family in fucking danger when you bring that shit to the house. And people find out about it, you know, I made a big mistake, a schoolboy error. I served a fucking cop on me, you know what I mean? Honestly, man, this undercover copper failed me, bro. I've been reading police from the age of fucking 11 years old to probably many years later, and this motherfucker caught me lovely, man. They had video on me, everything. Star Street Detectives as well, not Ballyfermot. It's like, and it all happened so quick that morning when they raided the gaff, you know what I mean? I'd something under the door, yeah, like a scaffolding board, you know. Here's the door and the wall was here, so I fucking wedged it under. And I can hear the copper saying, what the fuck has he got against the door? You know, he could be flushing at him by now. Do you understand? It's like, and I tried to fuck shit out the window, but they were right there, you know, and I only had seconds, man. And the time I had to use it, back of my arse like a turkey, mate. I was anywhere I was going. You know, it's the worst place to be if you're from Ballyfermot. In 1993, you know, not a good place to be when 75% of the people are probably from the city centre and they all don't like you anyway. You know, I didn't do nothing on them. Just fucking once somebody puts a light on your head, what can you do? Nothing. Just wait. You have to anticipate. Wait and anticipate. And then demonstrate. Do not hate it. You fucking missed 3 times in 5 months. No, I don't play video games, bro. In all fairness. Uh, but it's like, you know, something, the technology that we have nowadays, like, you know, I remember the last console I had was a Wii, and I remember playing it, and then I just remember trying to, you know, a proper deadly serve, and I tried to serve a fucking an ace, and I ended up fucking through the TV. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh fuck no. You know, them wee things. I was playing fucking Boris Becker and I fucked it through me fucking TV, man. You know, so yeah, that got sold real quick. You know, that's the last console I've had as a Wii. You know, and it didn't last very fucking long, mate. I tell you that. 3 for 25. Oh, mate, honestly. But the technology you have nowadays. Now, my lad, he plays games, but he's more into football manager. Okay, okay. Bro, listen, I'll tell you, see, the police are dirty, okay? You have some judges and officials that are dirty, and then when you go into the prison system, it's run like a military operation. Mountjoy prison, bro, is full of killers, okay? And I went in there as a kid, and I realized when I got in there, bro, I was scared, you know, like I'd never been that scared in my life because I was only on the land in 3 days and I had people screaming down from the two of the trees, see you bally or scumbag, you're dead in the morning. If we don't get you a breakfast, we'll get you going to shower, you cunt. Bro, you know something, right? You don't want to get compromised. Do you know what they did to me, right? So, one of the second times they caught me in the shower. Bro, you know what? I had to stand, not bollocks to the shower, bollocks to the door. My big hairy balls showing. me little ghoulies, me little pecker, in case anyone come through the door. I was in the shower, do you know what he did? He ran in with buckets, bro. I thought I was fucked. I thought I was boiling water. It wasn't. It was washing up liquid and suds, bro. They took me off me feet. Do you understand? I ended up fighting with some fella. He had a fucking nail. The other fella had a screwdriver, yeah? It's like the bucket that he threw with the handle, bro. I bashed one of them with a bucket and I kept slipping. I was trying my best to get onto the fucking mat so I could dry my feet. My man comes in with another bucket, goes up. They smashed me eye, man. They fucking know me. But he didn't do a good job. He done an amateur's job, and there was three of them. I thought they were gonna throw water over me, man. And I was like, I am fucked. But when I seen them thrown on the floor and I just seen the suds coming towards me, I knew, bro, you're going on your ass, mate. I tried to get back up and I kept fucking slipping. My mum was stabbing me in the head with a screwdriver. I'll give him a rap of a bucket, what I mean? He dropped the shank and I grabbed it and stuck it in his mate's head. The fucking screws running in, fucking alarms and whistles blowing, and I'm like piss and blood, right? I didn't realise, bro, right? I had a fucking thing in me back. One of them was had to stab me in the back. And because I was fucking, I was like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? A rusty nail, the bastard. With loads of fucking wet fucking toilet roll on the end of it and loads of cling film. Just so he had something to grab, and stab. Bastards, like, he punctured me, like a fucking balloon. But yeah, I got fucking pumped back up, you cunt. I thought you were gonna scald me. I was like, I'm fucking super compromised here. Me cock is showing. It's like I don't want other men looking at me dick. So you can't have your hands blocking your cock when people are coming to fucking knock and rock. Do you understand? I kept slipping, man. My man grabbed me by the hair and dragged me across the floor like a dog. Booting the face off, stabbing me. I got stabbed about 10 times in the fucking head and the back. But not major, like he had it with a screwdriver and a nail. And the other fella, like I said, man, he didn't really do nothing. He just threw the water. I got stabbed loads of times with a fucking nail, you know. Uh, that was the second time they got me. And then the third time, they caught me coming out fucking yeah, they caught me coming out someone's throat. You know what I mean? I got hit with a fucking pill ball in the sock or something in the back of the head, man. Uh, you know what I mean? It's like I'm a little weasel that did it, man. It's like he was being real nice to me for 2 weeks, and it's like, what? You know what I mean? I didn't see it coming. He hit me in the back of the head, man, with a pill ball or whatever it was in the man. But for 5 months I've never been that scared, on edge every day, anticipating. Like, on my mind played tricks on me. I kept thinking and anticipating what these fuckers are gonna do. Because they're so creative, right? And every fucking night for nearly 4 months, they were shouting down, see you bally scumbag, you're dead in the morning. And if we don't get you in the morning, we'll get you at the evening. And if we don't get you in the evening, we get you. You won't leave here alive. I was like, I had one picture of my son, and I used to look at it every night, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. Because I know the next time you see me, I'm going to look a bit different. I might have one in the eyes lost, but my man dragged this photograph down my hand and ripped it in front of me and said, you won't be needing that where you're going. They proper bullied me, man. You know, it's easy to bully someone when there's fucking a few hundred years and you're on your own, two people in the jail. On a 1 to 10 of shitting myself, mate, it's a 20 on there. I have come saying to you, I'm gonna blind you, bro, and I'll get paid to do it. You understand? It's like, well, you fucking honestly, you should have sent them the 3 studios. They might have them a bit more like, there's trees, bro, on each occasion, and you can't fuck a man up.
You know, like you fucking sent you clown. Now, like I said at the time, I wasn't thinking of that. I was just thinking about fucking. And here, well, here, this, the fucking screws lettered me toys. Do you understand as well? Because one of them, like I said, the first time they come, I fucking swear down, I've never been that afraid in my life, because I seen the size of this guy and I was like, if this guy grabs me, all he had to do was to grab me and he would have had me under his control because he's a big cunt, but he fucking, like I said, man, I had a bit of luck that day as well. God was watching me that day, man. Oh, the fucking one time I walked into the cell with me back to the door and I went to put my tray down and in the corner of me eye, in the joy years ago, we used to get little mirrors, like a little letterbox, and in the corner of me eye, I see my man sneaking up behind me, you understand? And he don't ask me how he didn't hit me in the back of the neck. He got me in the back on me elbows, whatever, but he fucking hit the wall and come back on him and he got tuned in with a radio, basically. And he fucking rushed the cell, man. Like, these cunts come to haunt me. Do you understand? And I managed somehow to get that door closed and bungle on the ground. I hit him with that radio so many times. I was like, I'm seeing my son. I'm seeing, and I just kept repeating that over, and I could hear my dad saying, don't let him off the ground, Jude. And I didn't. He stopped moving, and I fucking stabbed the guy. And then the screws rushed the cell and beat my ass and gave me 14 stitches in the back of my fucking head. You know, I could have sued them cunts. Do you understand, but the governor's like, what happened to your face? What happened to yours? This ain't no fucking joke, dude. You understand? Yeah, do I look like I'm fucking laughing to you? I suppose you're going back to the medical wing, are you? No. What do you mean, no? I'm going back to my cell. Yeah, Joe McDonald back to his cell. But your life's in danger. You know that, don't you? And just, bro, do you hear what I'm saying to you? Look at you. If my staff assaulted you, no. So what happened to your head and your face? I sleepwalk. Get him out of here. It's like, well, them bastards, what they did? I was on a visit with my son, yeah, and my ex-partner, yeah, and my little lad, at the time he was about 1.5, yeah, he fucking tried to jump over the counter. The last time he seen me was when the house got raided, and kids pick up on things, and he jumped across the counter, and he cuddled me, and I couldn't let him go. And the screw said, visit over, no contact visit. I told you, no, you didn't. Yeah, what am I meant to tell a 1 year old? Yeah, no contact visit. Like he's gonna understand that. He pulled me fucking visit. Do you understand? It's like, brought me back to the wing. I had two screws in front of me and two behind me, and this prick is the one in front of me. He's got one of his colleagues in front of him. It's like, and I donkey punched the prick. I give him a good smack, but I knew what I was getting walloped because two of them are behind me as well. But he pulled me visit for no reason, man. Hey, look, there's the train. Look, what time are we on? 9:10. It's 5 minutes early over there. Look, that's what you call a trigger. You know what? Now you can't see it, but just over that lamppost, that's the railway line there. You know, the same set of railway tracks that I tried to end my life on. And I'm sat here now in the garden listening to the train. I hear that train, it's coming. It's rolling round the bend. And if I don't get off this line, my body's gonna bend. We're stuck in busy prison. And I keep dragging on. Yeah, I pissed on the devil just like ping pong. Yeah, he wouldn't let me check out like that. You know what I mean? I was cussing him. You know, yeah, well, you even fucking, like, I'm arguing with this guy. I'm like, really? Really? Why couldn't I have getting this on camera, mate? It'd have gone viral. A train running over me. Do you understand? On time arrival. Yeah, and I was anticipating moving. It was too late. Committed already. But what I didn't anticipate was getting fucking hit with oil. You know, honestly, no joke thing. It's like, but like I said, I'm a fucking survivor and my kids, you know, having me kids in my life has been like the antidote for me. Like if I hurt myself, one of my kids goes into that category. 1 in 8 kids who are a survivor of the parent of suicide. 1 in 8 kids go on to kill themselves. According to the World Mental Health Organization statistics numbers, 1 in 8 people go on to kill themselves. Imagine that. 1 in 8 kids. You think of all the people that commit suicide around the world because they're too proud to talk about their feelings. You know, all these tough guys, yeah, you're so tough, but you won't talk. You know, let's talk. You know, fuck it. You know, like all that tough guy shit, being there doing it. What a t-shirt. But having me kids was a new drug. Do you understand? And watching them grow and achieve, that's heroin to me. Seeing my son graduating from uni was one of the most proudest moments in my life. I'm like, go on, son, fucking yet! Me ex, fuck's sake, remember where you are. Everybody's like that. Look, sorry, sorry, sorry. You know, I fucking knew you'd embarrass him. Fuck off, you, will you? What are you talking to me for? I'm not talking to you. Remember, 22 years. Fuck off. But we all get along now. Uh, all me baby mates get on. We all live in Manchester. I'm here. This is an achievement for me to be able to ask them all to get along for my sake. And they all still love me enough to do that for me, you know, because I'm not going to be here forever. It's like, and I want all my kids, baby mothers to get along because we all live in Manchester and they're going to be invited to birthdays and birthdays and fucking occasions, you know. You'll see that, you know. Like, I see this garden, it's a peach garden, right? And it's like, there's a little bit of furniture in the garden for people. We're very sociable family, you know. And it's like this garden, sometimes I can see me ma hanging washing out on that line. My ma was from Ballyfermot, bro. The Knowleses, she grew up in Bally. I left there at 18 because my mates fucked me. And you know what? I put my neck on the line for a few of my mates. I cleared a few bills. I bet you your mate didn't call his son Jude, did he? Shout out to Chris Shannon. I saved your life, didn't I? And you said to me, bro, you saved my life. So when I have a child, I'm gonna name my child after you, because I wouldn't be here only for you, bro. Imagine someone naming their kid after you. I was like, the poor child. You know, shout out to Chris Shannon. He didn't name his son after me because I paid the bill for him. He named the son after me because the dog was eating him and dragging him around the door, around the floor like a fucking rag doll. And I hit him with a bow saw. Get up out of that. And I got shot at because of him and I dragged him over the wall. You know, even the dog, like I said, I love dogs, but you know, we were sent to get a Christmas tree and it went wrong. It's really fucking wrong. Like, you know, the geezer, like, look, why would you send your son up to get a Christmas tree? Do you understand? When you're about 10, 11, you know, just meant mind me, you know. We fucking got attacked by a dog. I got F. By the dog, I got bit. It bit me in the arse. It bit me in the leg. I was trying to fucking get the dog off him, and it fucking grabbed me leg. I'm fucking beating it and all. I won't let go. You know, I'm like, fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Where's that boat? Oh, get up out of that. Ow. You know, and I let go. My man fucking letting shots off over our head. Up past Ginger Dunnigan's. It was way before they built Wheatfield Prison. You know, up past Ginger here. I'd love you to tell the people that story, you bastard. That's why you called your son Jude. Not because I saved your bacon. I saved his ass, yeah. You know what I mean? But I also saved his ass another time, and I ended up getting bit a few times. You know, fuck's sake, like, who does that? There's a saw son, go up and cut us down a Christmas tree. You know, like, fuck's sake, rest in peace to Chrissy. You know, but she put us in danger that day, you know. Like Operation Christmas Tree turned into Operation Savage by a dog. Yeah, we got savage. He's ways like the fucking leg. Fucking Wi-Fi keeps going off. Nah, all jokes aside, that fucking dog, mate, I had to jump off the wall. This cunt was halfway up the wall, but the dog wouldn't let him go. You know, so he's fucking screaming, saying, "You're a shit, mate! I'm telling me, ma! Fucking tell her all you want. You know, help!" So I fucking had to jump down and, you know, wrestle with this dog. You know, this dog started latching onto me and all, bro. I'm screaming. This prick's on the wall like, "I'm not helping you." What? Fucking get down here and help me. Fuck you, bro. I'm not getting back down. I'm like, out. And then fucking shots fired. You know, this prick, he's off the wall and he's running. This dog still has hold of me. You know, I hit him with a bow saw and just ran. I don't know how I scaled that wall on me fucking own, mate, but when you look behind you and you can see fucking smoke in the air and fucking smell of gunpowder. I was up like that, up like a, oh, I can ring me son. What time is it? 12 minutes, guys. I have to go very soon. But yeah, that's why Chris Shannon named the son Jude, because I saved his ass twice, but he was me mate. I'd have fucking doing anything. You know, he was getting bit by a fucking dog, bro. What did you do? You know, bro, help me. You know, so I jumped down and the fucking dog attacked me. You know. But, like I said, we don't stupid shit, you know. I'll tell you a story in a little while, right? About a night where myself and about 7 of my mates took a strawberry, LSD, and we went to a disco in town and missed the last bus. And on the way home, we went past Kilmainham Court at the time where Gillian Hussey was at the sending me mates' brothers away to prison for a few years. So one of my mates thought it'd be a good idea to fuck something right through the court window. We're walking past Kilmainham Court. Do you ever see when a bus flattens a BMX wheel? No spokes in. Do you ever see that happening when a bus goes over a fucking bike wheel? You know me mate Bert that's dead. We're going past the courtroom. Next of all, I just heard alarm screaming off this prick. Get the fucking big fucking, it's like a squished wheel. We're running past Kilmainham Court, and when you cannot stop laughing. And we got to the model school, and I swear to God, a police bike was flashing. We were running. We got to the bus stop of the model school, and a copper pulled us up on a bike. All right, lads, where have you been? We've just been at a disco. All right. Someone's just thrown something through the car window. You've not seen anybody, have you? This couple knew it was us, right? Now, he said, get up along that wall so I can see you, right? So, picture this. We're all tripping. Some of us are laughing. The copper smacks me mate in the face. What are you laughing at? Smack me mate in the face, yeah. He said, I'm gonna ask you again, where have you been? We've just fucking told you, yeah. Oh, you're a cunt. Show me your hands. I'm like, sure, show you me fucking hands, you know. Goes all the way down the line. He gets to me mate at the end, Bert. He goes, show me your hands. Me mate sticks his hands out, there's oil all over both his hands, right? Oil up there, yeah. The copper goes, what's your name? Me mate goes, 49 Raheem Park. Oh, bro, we all locked there. We start howling. So one of my mates just cracked the copper, yeah. And I went, fuck that, I'll be with him, boy. You know, and we're off. We had to separate, but we all ended up on the railway tracks, man. Oh, you know what? The copper said, what's your name? And instead of giving his name, he went 49 Raheem Park. I swear to God, mate, it killed us. We were fucking howling, you know what I mean? The copper's on the ground. His bike's being kicked. I'm running that way. I had two people behind me breaking Alex laughing, and I'm like, this isn't a joke thing. Hey, someone's just thrown a boomerang through the car window. That copper has got to us in less than 5 minutes. Many coppers are on the way. I'm up the fucking railway me. Because if I have to jump over a fence and hide in someone's garden in the dog house, I'm fucking doing it. Because if this copper had a getting us, he'd smack me mate in the face at me, mate. Me mate went, fuck you. You know what I mean? I thought my mate was going to hit him straight away, but it was like a delayed reaction. Oh, what's your name? 49 Raheem Park. What are you laughing at me, mate? Went fucking check. Oh, beautiful shot. Through the middle. And when you have people laughing, you're running to try and get away, and you can hear these laughing. I had to leave them because I swear down I would have gotten fucking you. No, we got away. You know, and it's mad. The lad allegedly that did it is dead. You know, good lad. But here I'm going in here, yeah, because I have to ring my son. So, oh, one sec. Yeah, I'll be back later on, but like I said, I had some funny times with me mates. Like, we did reckless shit, you know. Uh, but like, when I look back at some of the lads that I did grow up with and what the media wrote about them, like, just imagine walking away from a housing estate, right? And then say one particular night, you Google an old gang that allegedly you were part of, and you see what has happened and the power has shifted in the city, the dynamics have changed. According to the Sunday World and Paul Williams, the Kinahan used to run Ireland, and now it's the family. And here's the mad thing, I could have with every one of them boys. You know, and according to the media, they're all bad, but you have to understand something. For over 50 years, the media have been saying really bad things about my old community, right?
You are and this, that, but you never hear anything good. You know what I mean? And that's where I fucking come in, man. Because I want to write this book. Because a lot of good lads up there, you know. There's a lot of good lads that fucking do things in the community that isn't talked about. You know, I have a friend up there, and his brothers have been fucking hounded and labelled fucking names by the fucking police. Like, you understand? But what they don't fucking tell you is some of these families have changed the dynamics of the community, and they've implemented sport, running, education, nutrition. It's like I have a friend up there. His name is Kenna O'Driscoll, and he is the owner, founder of Cherry Orchard Running Club. Cherry Orchard Running Club has been responsible for a few hundred people changing their life, changing their habits, getting fit, getting in shape, getting sharp. Do you understand? Disciplining your fucking mind, telling yourself you can do anything on this planet you want. But nobody owes you nothing. Do something simple. Like that. Do something. Bro, listen and I'll tell you, yeah. I need to go ring my son, guys, right? But I'll be back later because I need to get a few names. Hang on a minute. Hang on, Pat Walsh. 1 sec. Let me put that name down there. That name is familiar with me. You're not the same Pat Walsh that was a fucking DJ, are you? And if you're lying, I'll know. Because I'll ask you one question, and if it's you, you'll definitely know. Are you the same Pat Walsh, our Energex? And bro, please don't lie to me, because Luke will know. I don't think you are. But, Mia, you know when you're young and dumb and naive and gullible, and it's like a lot of my friends, we weren't all bad, you know, but we did do a lot of bad things, allegedly. You know, and a lot of the lads have paid with 10 years of their life, 15 years of their life, 20 years of their life behind prison walls. You know, and I've a lot of mates that have regrets. But I've a lot of fucking friends, man, that have done good up in that community, up in Ballyfermot, and there's a couple of people's names I'd like to mention. And I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing my stuff. And that goes out to Jimmy Kershaw. Legends of Ballier page, guys. Listen, if you're from Ballyfermot, yeah, and you want to see pictures of Ballier years ago and a few of the lads from years ago, my family is from Ballyfermot, the Knowleses. They grew up on Landon for over, my granny and granddad raised my 9 family members. You see, they hadn't got a TV back then. My granddad was a dirty bastard, mate. No TV, 9 kids. Get up there with that, you bells, you. But, like I said, a lot of my mates at home can speak for me. You know, we all fucked our education up. We all fucked our life up, but we did something about it. I'm coming to ring you now. I'm going to ring you now in a sec, Lise. But, like I said, I've reached out to a few tough guys and I've said, here, tough guy, hello. Remember me? Hello, Jude. What's up, sexy? I was like, listen, gorgeous. Now, I'm talking about me male friends. I was like, I'm going to write a book, yeah? And I need permission to put in a story about your psychotic dog riding my leg when you put me in a straitjacket. And the geezer said to me, Jude, whatever you need to put in it. So it's like, I only need one person's approval up there. And I got it last night. So I can write like disclosure. You know, and shout out to Lisa for buying me writing material. What? And for me sausage muffin and pancakes this morning. Right here, you can all fuck off. I'll be back later on because look, I have a list. Everybody who's helped my channel over 2.5 years, I'm going to put your name here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put everybody who's helped my channel, everybody who's been positive, who's come in and out of the live over the years. And before I go, I'll say this. So we have Pablo Finn, Luke, Spencer Chopper, Lee Marvin Hitchman, Straight, our fucking Australia, Scott, Jerry the Jinx, Jay Lucifer, Sean Wayne, Aztec Media, Got Manners, Tim Leeds, Mousy, Richard Dowland, John O'Ron, Emma J, Ralph, Rob Lee, BCT, HP Owen, Pat Walsh, Flavors, Godfather of Boxing, Amo Lena, Louise Christine, Saoirse and Seg Williams. Yeah, you're top. Hang on, right, I'm going to put my earphones in. Right, guys, listen, I'm gonna end me live, but I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I have to ring me mum for 15 minutes, me little fella. I got to see him today, and he's well handsome. He is. Thank God he doesn't look anything like me. But the sad thing is, he looks everything like me. And I can't wait for him to hit pads. You know, I'm gonna fucking show. See his jab. It's gonna be as sharp as a samurai sword. Oh, right, listen, I'll be back later on, but so, hang on. Yeah, so, 1 second. So, listen, right, before I go, right, so, I'll go all the way down there, right? Now, there's a few new people that have been coming out in and out of the channel the last 3 to 6 months. So, if you've got a YouTube channel and you're under 50 subs and you want to open your own channel and you want to do your own lives, let me know if you're near 50 or if you're near 100, whatever, and you need me help. I'll share your shit. And there's a lot of people in here that have been loyal to me over the last, like, I've been on YouTube 7 years. I've been involved in 4 channels, and I've made over 20,000 videos, nearly 6,000 on this. And my target. Hey, what are you on about? What are you on about? Hey, what are you giving out about? Shout out to Lena. There's your fucking name there. Lena. You fucking blind. You not got your glasses on. You're as blind as fucking me. You're always going to be on that list, Lena. Well, here, I'll tell you what. How about this? How about I scribble that out? No, that make it better. How about this? There you go. Do you want me to scribble out anyone else? My fucking kid's mum? Hey. There you go. There you go. It's done. It's not going to be undone. Okay, now look what you've gone and done. And here's me. I'm trying to do my bit for the community, but fuck that. Yeah, there, it's gone. Now you're good, Lena. You'll always be on that list. You know, Amo, Lena, Louise, Dawn, Christine and Saoirse. You know, there's a few good people on the community that respect me and don't be putting kisses in the fucking live. Fuck's sake. Shout out to Amo, Lena, Louise, Dawn. That's Mrs. Moon. Louise, Moon, Mr. Moon. Hey, Lena, shit chick. Amo, who is with Spencer. Christine. Shout out to Christine. She's always asking. Listen, don't be starting any shit in here, you. Hey, what are you on about? Who's stalking who? Hey, what are you talking about stalking for? Who's a stalker? Me? Nobody's stalking anybody. People are just being friendly. But anyway, yeah, you can fuck off for 20 minutes because I need to ring my son. I don't know what you're on about. It's like, you're alright, Lena. You don't have to apologise. See what I mean? Fuck's sake, women, bro. They pretend they're not watching you, but they're fucking really watching you like a fucking gazelle. Like, you know, when a tiger gets a claw in it and goes... You're alright, Lena. Listen. And Lena's like, where's me fucking name? It's fucking there. Look. It's like, before I go, on this list we have Pablo, we have Finn, we have Luke, we have Spencer McDermott, we have Chopper, we've Lee Marvin Hitchman, and everybody on this list I think deserves to be here. Straight, Scott in Australia, Jerry the fucking Jinx, Jay Lucifer, Sean Wayne, Aztec Media, Got Manners, Raymond, Tim Leeds, Mousy, Richard Dowland, Jono, Ron, Emmett, Jay. Untag me with Shadow Bacon, or Afraid of His Own Shadow, big gobshite. Rob Lee, Ralphs, 2010, BCT, HP Owen, Pat Walsh, Flavors, Godfather of Boxing, Amo, Lena, Louise Don, Christine Newton, and Saoirse. Right here, I have to go. Yeah, he thinks he's a tough guy because he's palling around with Dougie Joyce. You know, he's like, they're all away with the fairies then. They believe they're so tough, but if the truth be told, you danced like a ballet dancer for the last hour of your last fight. You know, I seen it against Douglas Doherty. You danced for an hour and you got put on your back. You know, but I suppose you're more comfortable beating old men up, aren't you? And biting raper sympathisers' ears. Yeah. I'm ringing me son. I know he was. He's a fucking bacon, he is. He's convicted in a Dublin court of being a raper. And then he goes to Thailand. He's a pervert. Simple. I don't give a fuck. Me and Lena share awareness about cunts like that all the time, but I'm not on here to slate anybody or call anyone names. They've been convicted in a Dublin court of raping somebody. So I've daughters, so fuck him. Anybody that pals around, I don't like snakes. I hate weasels. Right, I'm going to ring my son. I'll be back later on, and I haven't got measles. We out.